All right, let's get this party started here. I was going to do it at 1, but I'm going to go a little early. It's like 12:30. So anyways, hi everybody. Hope everybody had is having a wonderful weekend. It has kind of just started. I do have the weekend off, so I am streaming today. Not for very long. I know I always say that, and they go long, but I can't imagine this being very long. And I just don't really want to be streaming for like 3 hours today. I know somebody out there the other day had like a 8-hour stream, 7-hour stream, 6-hour stream. I don't know. I can't do those streams any longer. Those long streams. It's just too long, man. So, anyways, let me gotta tell you what this stream is about. The other day, for some inexplicable reason, actually I know exactly kind of what it was now, but my GoFundMe, which I'm asking for its community help to help me subsidize my legal expenses, because they're going to be very expensive, and every dime that I have, for the most part, except for food, is going into this legal case. I'm working now, and every paycheck I get is going right into legal fees, because I want this to come to fruition. I want a jury trial. I want this to go to court. I want this to be filed in the state of Minnesota. So right now it is just hip pocket service, which is just how it's done in Minnesota. In other words, they basically say, hey, serve it to the defendant, the plaintiff and the defendant kind of like hash it out, see if they can get either something along the lines of dispute resolution or, you know, the full trial, but can they work it out before either one? Obviously, that's not going to be the case because of what I'm asking for. The defendant's not going to be able to give me, which is basically the truth. Same thing that Todd Chrisley is suing Katie Joy Paulson for, the truth. That's why it's a defamation per se lawsuit. That's why when you say something against an aggrieved party and you say something that is not true and it harms them, or even if it doesn't, defamation per se doesn't require any actual demonstration of special damages or even harm. It's just defamational on its face value because of the type of defamation it is. And so I was told that my link didn't work to my GoFundMe, right? And hey, by the way, welcome everybody out there. I see Jesse, and I see Justin, I see Mikey and Smitty and Cheshire and Steven and Turquoise, all kinds of people out there. Welcome. It has been a while since I streamed on a Saturday. I usually stream on a Sunday because of the agnostic theist stuff, but maybe I might do that tomorrow too. So anyways, long story short, I got a notification from someone that the link wasn't working. I'm like, okay. I go to check my mail, my email, and come to find out that it's just basically, I was told that a GoFundMe cannot have any PII, which is personally identifiable information, which is basically anything that could reference a very specific person. Now, that's kind of odd. I've seen a lot of things that do that, but I was like, okay, they just checked into it, and I just have to remove those things and resubmit it under the same link, under the same campaign, right? But when I went to go change some of the information in it, I kept getting an error message saying that this app wasn't supported. And I'd have to go log in through GoFundMe and this other stuff, which I was doing, but it still wasn't working. So I contacted GoFundMe support. They were really pretty quick to get back to me. They said within a day or two. It was within a day or two. I told the people my problem, that I couldn't update the information, the story, the headline, and all that kind of stuff. I told them exactly what I wanted in there. And guess what they did? They put it in there for me. They did, and they fixed the problem because I can edit now. So they went ahead and they corrected or updated the story, leaving out very specific allegations and names in order to make sure that it can't be, you know, reported or anything, and put it back up. And so all the funds that were originally there are still there. I have thanked each and every person that has donated so far. I don't think I've missed anybody, and I plan to thank everybody that donates to that. Now, the question was before, though, did somebody report it? Now, I wasn't sure. I wasn't going to pull a gossip columnist type of BS that we see all the time and just spew allegations out there, because I don't do that. And so I had told people, look, I don't know if this was reported. It could have been. It could have been reported, and they went to go look at it, found some PII, and they wanted that fix. Okay, or it could just be random, or it could just be normal, you know, par for the course. I don't know. Well, I didn't know. I know now. I even said until somebody admits that they reported it, I cannot make the allegation that it was reported. So guess what somebody did? They admitted to reporting it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I don't feel so bad because I highly suspected it was being reported. by one or more, probably many more, and dishonestly so, because clearly this is not a fraudulent fundraiser, as some very unethical and unscrupulous lawyers out there, or lawyer, has been saying. There's absolutely nothing fraudulent about this. Matter of fact, we'll go through the summary. I'll go through what I edited. It's already been put on Cheshire's page, and I think maybe Mania's too. I think she had the edited, but go look on Cheshire's page, because she has the original, what I wrote for the GoFundMe, which was just a copy-paste from my blog. So if you go to my blog, all that's still there. So everything I wrote is still on my blog. But in the GoFundMe, I really had to like, take 75% out or something just to make sure that it didn't have any PII in it. So we'll go over that, and we'll see what the hell is fraudulent on it. Absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, the allegations that this is a fraudulent fundraiser in and of itself, to me, is almost defamational, because there's no reason to, especially when you're a dishonest attorney who has a high frequency of getting things wrong when it comes to legal matters. Very high frequency of getting things wrong. So I think that is harassment. I think it is indicative of what I've been going through, indicative of the people that are on that side of the fence. Because if you remember, Nate, the dishonest lawyer, Katie Joy, Kyle, Godless Engineer, Caitlin, Chloe, Jimmy Snow, all of them ended up being dishonest. Every single one of them on that side of the fence when it came to the non sequitur show case. They all got things wrong. Matter of fact, they all supported Kyle, who had admitted, well, I can't say that he's admitted, how should I say this, that has been highly problematic in that it is most highly the case that Kyle has committed forgery, embezzlement, and perjury. Now, he has not been indicted in those things, but it is in the works, and there is a detective on it. I don't know what the status of that is, but there is a detective working on that. But he did, for a fact, I think I can say this for a fact because I can show it. I mean, I can say for a fact that he submitted false evidence to the court. I mean, that was a given. He submitted false bank records. The entire time, Nate, the dishonest lawyer, was saying that service was improper, that Kyle was good to go, that Kyle was going to get the case dismissed, and all this other nonsense. None of that ever happened. Kyle's service was proper. Go figure. And we had been telling people that it had been proper from day one. And of course, you had people on that side of the fence wanting to spew nonsense and BS and tell people, oh, no, the service wasn't proper. Same thing that's going on here. You know, Nate, oh, fraudulent fundraiser. Well, GoFundMe doesn't think so. I don't think so. I know so it's not. And I know that people have donated don't think so. And I know the people that are supporting me in my suit against Katie don't believe that for a second. Now, under this particular thing that Nate had posted here, and I usually don't show Nate's posts, I leave that for Cheshire, but this one was pretty appropriate here for this particular hangout because it shows exactly what I deal with. So Nate had said, when someone has a GoFundMe for $20,000 for an easy win lawsuit, well, let me just stop there at the comma. No such thing as an easy win lawsuit. Now, all lawsuits are different and difficult, and no lawyer in their right mind would ever say that a lawsuit is easy or not. I mean, it's nothing they really say because nothing is easy. Now, is it probably highly the case that my case is going to win? Yeah. But I mean, it's not easy. Nothing's easy. And then he always says, they already filed but will not show you the lawsuit. Well, who says that? I've showed a lot of people a lawsuit. I just showed the lawsuit to, what's her name? Allie, just the other day. Right, from Truth, what does she go by? Truth, is it not Truth Surge? Whatever Allie goes by, I forget. There's so many people that name T and Truth and Truthspiracy. But you know, I've shown my lawsuit to a lot of people that I trust. Nate's not one of those people. He's not privy to that information because it's not made public, and there's some reasons for that. It has nothing to do with the strength of the case. It has to do with how we're just playing our hand. That's all. Now, I have plans and asking my attorney if I can release the complaint, at least give it to somebody and have them put it out on more of a neutral platform. I haven't done that yet, but I will probably this coming week. But from what I understand, the legal strategy we're basically taking requires not going public yet. But when it goes public and we do want to file in the state, and we will be filing in the state, all that's going to be out there. Everything. Nothing hidden. Matter of fact, I was very clear with my attorney from day one. I want this all public. That was the very first thing that before I even hired this firm. was I want it all public. So, Truth Sleuth. Yes, Truth Sleuth. Truth Surge. Remember Truth Surge? I was supposed to have him on a long time ago. Never got a chance to do that. He was one that did Behind Blue Eyes, the parody Behind Blue Eyes for the Nephilim Free parody. That was hilarious. All right. Well, I mean, if I get permission to show it, I'll probably give it to Cheshire first. But I mean, there might be some other people too that want it as well. It's not all or nothing. I'm not doing like some exclusive thing. Oh, you get to read it. Nobody else does. Now, I did want to do an exclusive interview with Natasha Cooper. She has a pretty big following on true crime, but we haven't really been able to connect yet. It's been both been busy. She says she's willing to, yes, and she wants to, but just haven't been able to follow up on that yet. So I was going to give her an exclusive, or at least the first interview. But anyway, so going back to this, so that's just nonsense from the get-go. People have seen the lawsuit. Everybody who's seen it has been extremely supportive of it. There's not one person who says it's not a good lawsuit, not one person who says it's not a strong lawsuit. So I know the Intrigued Feline, I believe, has a copy. Just Rice has a copy, I think, but I don't know if she's ever actually taken the time to read it. Who else there has a copy? But anyways, yeah, so people have asked for me for copies, and if I trust them, I will give it to them. Absolutely. And so underneath this particular thing here where it says Nate let's see. Oh, here we go. They also say the lawsuit is a sure thing, and when they will give you and when they win, they'll give you your money back. Okay, first of all, who's they? Who's they here? There's no they. There's me. This is my lawsuit. This isn't Cheshire's lawsuit. This isn't Rhetoric's lawsuit. This isn't the Intrigued Felines lawsuit. This is my lawsuit. There is no they there. I mean, what is he talking about? Me and my legal counsel? But okay, it's kind of odd. But I don't think any lawyer would ever tell a client that their case is a sure thing. That almost would borderline on malpractice. No case is a sure thing, right? I mean, has my attorney expressed strength in the case? Absolutely. Did they actually say this is the type of case you want a jury to evaluate for punitive damages? Yes, of course. I've already known that. And then he says they will give you your money back. Well, what I said was, if somebody donates $100 or more, because if it is less than that, then I have to use it for other things as well relating to the case. You know, it's all going to law fund. Everything's going to legal. I mean, I still have to pay for mailings. I still have to pay for transportation. I still have to pay for my time. Going down there and everything else. So, I mean, the funds are going to be allocated for the lawsuit. But I've already spent $8,000 in this lawsuit. So, if by the way, do I expect to get 20 grand? No. Do I expect to get 10 grand? No. 3 to 5? Perhaps. And this is going to be a period of, 9 more months? This is going to be a long campaign. So, over the period of the next 9 months, if I can raise, 5,000 maybe, give or take, that's great. That pays for depositions. And probably... Well, it pays for discovery and then probably pay for part of depositions, give or take. It's in that ballpark. So at least pay for discovery, which is going to be nice because I want discovery to happen. Very much so. But like I said, if I already spent $8,000, then there's just no money to get back because I'm just recuperating, what I've already out of pocket. I'm not here to make a profit on this. I'm here to get justice. I'm here to get the truth out. And so I have made the offer, and I find nothing to be wrong with that. If somebody donates $100 or more, and I get awarded legal fees, and I can recoup on that from Katie, yes, I'm offering to give that money back. Why? Because I don't want to double up on it. Because the way I looked at it was like, if somebody gives me $100 for legal fees, and I'm awarded legal fees, I need to get that money back. And that applies to my non-sequitur show case as well. That as soon as I get paid from Kyle, that money that we have graciously used to support that lawsuit is going to go back to him. Right? So this offer of mine that I pay back people, consider it more of a loan if it's $100 or more. To me, I don't see how that is in any way indicative of, quote, a fraudulent fundraiser. I mean, I've been on YouTube for 8 years. Going on 8 years. I guess seven going on 8. Do you know what would happen if I made that promise to people that I would do that and I don't fulfill my promise? I'd be eviscerated by the community. So, I mean, yeah, that's out there. It's both in writing and verbal. That's a promise. And if somebody does that, then I have all the receipts, and I will make that happen. Also, when it comes to the legal receipts, I have all the receipts for all my legal fees, of course. all that's available for anybody to want to see it. So anyways, under this particular post, this guy or woman, I don't know their gender, so I guess I shouldn't say, but just say that Stock Lawn, not Lana. I never heard of this person in my life. Know nothing about this person. Know nothing about them. But they seem to believe for some reason that it's fraudulent. I just reported it, they say. It is fraudulent. Really? Please explain to us what's fraudulent about it. I'd love to know. Am I suing her? Yes. Has it been filed? Yes. Well, I mean, it's been filed in the court system. It's not on Pacer, or it's not filed in the state system. I don't know how. I mean, it's been filed with the attorneys. So I guess, right? It's a filing with the attorneys. But it is a legal matter. It is a legal lawsuit. It has been initiated in Minnesota. That is an initiation of a legal lawsuit. That's how you do it. Todd Chrisley did it the exact same way, because that's how you do it in Minnesota. It's a very step-by-step process. You file the complaint with the defendant. They have 20 days to respond. Then you have to respond to that. And then you can do discovery. And then you can do depositions, all of which I'm very much looking forward to. Because Kyle didn't fare well under depositions because he had to lie, because he didn't have any evidence. I am convinced that Katie Joy has no evidence for her claims, and that I have all the evidence for mine. I am absolutely convinced of this. As a matter of fact, I want a court of law to evaluate this. I've asked other people to evaluate it. They all seem to agree with me. So anybody who has looked at it, again, confirmation bias, I'll grant that. Probably, maybe they do have confirmation bias. But I think that even if people that have confirmation bias on my side really gave a damn about me, they would say, yeah, Steve, this is not really that great of a case, or, you know, maybe we should try this or that or whatever. But no, nothing. It's all been, wow, this is great, this is heavy, this is strong evidence. And I have evidence, like I said, that I haven't made public, that will be used in the court case. So, but anyways, going back to the question at hand of whether my fundraiser was reported or not, well, this is obvious evidence that it was, right? I mean, assuming that you believe this person, give a little principle of charity even to trolls, that when they say they reported something, they probably did. I have no reason to doubt them, so I'm going to give them the principle of charity and say that this person did report it, which was a false reporting, because there is nothing in that fundraiser to report. Now, obviously, it had PII on it. Okay, that was according to GoFundMe, sure, but that doesn't make it fraudulent. That just makes it having more information in it than they're allowed, and you fix it, which I did. And they were accommodating, and they put the links back up. So this person is calling it fraudulent, but again, this is what we're dealing with. This is what the dishonesty is when we keep talking about these people that want to harm other people in real life. This person doesn't know me, but he wants to harm me by trying to take down a fundraiser, which is not fraudulent, by calling it fraudulent and false reporting it. They're the ones that do this stuff. This is what I'm trying to fight. I don't know if this is a KJ stand, I don't know if this is a Nate stand, or both. I have no idea. But what I do know is that this is typical of what people do. Did they report my other ones? Yeah. Did anything happen to them? No. Because none of my fundraisers have ever even been remotely fraudulent. Not even close. I have receipts for everything, and I show these receipts upon people asking. Well, I mean, I'm not going to show the trolls because, you know, screw them. But I mean, I show everybody else. I mean, has anybody ever not seen my receipts when they've asked for them? Because, I mean, no, I like to know who you are. But, I mean, if I know you, sure, you're going to get receipts. Of course. But this person doesn't know me. I'm not going to show him a damn thing. Why? I don't give a shit. He could say, hey, give me $10,000 and show me your case. I'm like, no. Why? I don't know you. I don't trust you. So I think they are very much unaware of the fact that I do trust certain people, and certain people do trust me, and those are people I will be showing receipts and all this other stuff to. But I think this is evidence, again, that there's an opposition on internet that do want to go after people in real life. This person has no idea what's in my lawsuit. They have no idea what the counter even says. Now, maybe they may have watched my videos. Maybe they might have gleaned from what I've said, if they think they won't know what's in it. And, of course, what I have said is in it. But they haven't read it. They don't really have any real good, strong understanding of what the legal matters and legal things at hand are. But they decided to report it as fraudulent. If that isn't dishonest, then what is? I mean, honestly, what is a person thinking when they think take it upon themselves to get involved in a case they know nothing about just to try to harm somebody? And And why? What is this reason? Like I said, I don't know this person. I've never recalled this name. Maybe I've talked to them. I don't know. But it's nobody that stands out to me. Nobody that I've ever, to my knowledge, ever been in a hangout with or had a discussion with. But, you know, they obviously follow Nate, which, you know, to me, anybody who follows Nate is questionable. Even if, as much as I like Emily D. Baker's analysis, I question even her because she associates with Nate. Anybody who has any legal dealings or any kind of business dealings or any kind of put Nate on your stream, I question and I won't trust. And I hate that because I have no reason to doubt Natalie D. Baker, right? I no reason to really doubt her. And it is guilt by association. I agree to some degree, but it's also they're not recognizing that Nate is a dishonest person, that Nate is a troll. And if they don't have that ability at that level to discern that when you're a lawyer yourself, I question that a lot. But as far as like Emily Baker's legal analysis, it's been great. And if she had asked me for a copy of my complaint, I may have given it to her. Like she asked Todd Chrisley or Todd Chrisley's attorney. I don't know, one or the other. And she got a copy of that particular complaint. I've never talked to her. She's never asked me anything. I don't think she has any interest in any of my legal stuff, which is fine. But I have a strong case. And maybe I'll go over the case myself if my attorneys allow it. I don't know. They probably won't allow me to go over it myself because, you know, they don't really want me to go in depth, but they recognize that I need to, you know, get people's eyes on these things and hopefully get some support legally speaking. I mean, regardless of how successful this fundraiser or not, I'm going all in. I'm already all in. I've already allocated every dime that I have, everything that I make for the next year is going into this lawsuit and food, pretty much. It is going to be 24/7, and I will be promoting it every stream because I would at least like to break even. I'm not asking for so much like a profit. Like I don't care if I get ahead as much as I want justice done. If I was just to get legal fees and the special damages, which is just the smaller amount that I'm asking for, not the bigger amount, I'd be fine with that. And that's out of pocket expensive. That's all out of pocket. That is basically what I was out because of the damages. Any kind of punitive, that'd be great. But my goal is to have either Katie Joy admit that she lied about everything, that she lied about the fraud, she lied about the medical thing, she lied about the sexual harassment, she lied about the VAWA, lied about all of it. That's my goal. And if she won't, then a jury will make that decision for her, and it'll be much more costly. And that's the same thing that Todd Chrisley, I think, is going for. Upon reading his complaint, I think that he's pretty much thinking the same thing, if I had to guess, that he would really like her to come clean and admit that she never had a source on any of that stuff that she had allegations for with Todd. And that I doubt that Todd needs the money, so I think that it's obviously much more about justice and honesty than it is about being sued for any financial things. Who knows? But yes, I mean, I'm not expecting to make a mountain of cash off this, obviously. I just want to break even. I just want to have what I'm due, what's out of pocket, and what I lost revenue-wise. And even then, I might be able to even give up some of the lost revenue. If I just break even, I'd be okay. But as long as I get her to admit that she lied, or a jury to admit that she lied, then I'm good to go. That's the goal. So, anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to put out on this particular hangout. Somebody did report it, so I can't say now that it has been reported, which was, I think, obviously trolling. That was unfair. That it was, it didn't have really major effect because only was 2 days offline, but it just shows that there's a reason why we take these people to court. There's a reason why there's dishonest people on the internet that have to be held accountable for their actions. This person's obviously dishonest, you know. So hang on one sec. I'm gonna let a dog out if you can hear it, and I feel sorry for this doggy. It has to, I think, probably go pee. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. Be right back. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I have to take care of the doggos. Love me doggos. Okay. All right. So what are the questions you've got? And I got to figure out also a way to help, like, kind of spread the word for this lawsuit and any questions people might have, and the GoFundMe, because I suck at self promotion. Like, for some reason I can't put it on the Reddit. I don't know if it's just I keep getting error message that Autobot has been initiated and can't post it. So maybe if people can help post this video, and then have a link to the fundraiser or something. I don't know. I don't know what's allowed and what's not allowed on that Reddit. But that's I suck at promotion. So maybe you guys can help me with that. This is Cheshire's doggo here. Yes, that's what it is. I'm living in Canada now. Yes. And I'm taking care. I'm dog sitting for Cheshire while she's out skiing in the Nova Scotian outback or something. Although she's in like different. She's not even in Nova Scotia any longer. She's fishing in one of the Scandinavian lakes because they have like 1 billion lakes up there. All right. So, anyways, back on topic. So, let me kind of go over this fundraiser here, so you guys can see that it's just nonsense what these people are claiming, and that way you guys can tell people, look, there's dishonest people trying to interfere once again with the legal matters and interfere in real life stuff, and this defamation lawsuit I think will help put a kibosh to that when all the evidence comes out, and that it is shown that there have been actual people in the community that have literally lied to try to slander myself and other people. I have absolutely no doubt that's going to come out, and that's what I want. That's why I launched a lawsuit. Why would I invest my entire life savings if I didn't have a case? Why would I spend already $8,000 if I didn't have a case? If it's for a fraudulent thing, it sure the hell isn't the smartest way to go. That is for damn sure. You don't sue people unless you have a case. Now, I wish other people would have learned that lesson, because they, on their countersuits, clearly haven't learned that lesson, and it looks bad for the other side when you actually do have a frivolous lawsuit. And when I use the word frivolous, I actually mean frivolous. My case is not frivolous. Todd's case is not frivolous. I think Todd has a case, because all Katie Joy has to do is show that she has a source, whether it be Lindsay or some stain shan from the show, and yeah, I think that she pretty much can over. What is it? What's the word? Overcome. Yeah, his legal strategy, and basically show that, hey, look, there's no malice here, at least. And unfortunately, both Katie and Todd are public figures, so they both have to show malice is there for each other. I am not a public figure, so they don't have to show. I don't have to show malice if they come after me. Well, Todd would never. I don't know what Todd would be pissed off for, but Katie has to show malice. There was clearly no malice in anything, and everything was true. I have a solid defense, because truth is always going to be a positive defense is always going to be it was the truth, always, and I have that. All right, so let's look through this, and I want to thank everybody so far. I have raised $1,200 in a matter of 4 days, even though it's really only been up for a day. That's 5% of my goal right there, 5%. And again, do I expect to get that goal? No, of course not. If I can get 5,000 to 10,000 over a period of 9 months, that'd be great. And again, I'm out of pocket 8,000, so I'm only at that point. Even if I even raise, and I've got still depositions and discovery to do, which is going to be several thousands of dollars. So even if I get 10,000, that's only recouping when I'm out of pocket, right? So I'm not making any profit on the fundraiser. All that money goes to legal fees. So, but I hope I thanked everybody individually. But this is what I had to edit down to. Okay, ready? I've consulted my attorneys, and they have given me specific guidance on what I can discuss when it comes to my legal actions against another YouTuber in order to ask for financial assistance in my legal action against this other YouTuber. Yes, is a run-on sentence. I recognize that. I was writing it quickly just to get it out there. When I do have some funding available, I am starting a new job next week to pay for legal expenses. Well, I've already started that. It'll probably be a few months at least. I am able to file in state court my complaint. It is much more difficult to cover legal costs now. that this other YouTuber has filed a countersuit against me. And even though I can show beyond any doubt that her countersuit contains objectively false allegations, it is still substantially going to raise the cost of my legal actions against this YouTuber. And that's very much true. And that's what I think the plan was. She had called it, quote, leverage. Well, when it comes to leverage, you still need evidence, right? It's not leverage if it's not evidential. It's actually more defamation. When you make allegations like she has in her countersuit, which I can prove are not true, and she can't prove are true, I call that defamation. I mean, I can't say that my legal team has yet, but they're still writing things up. We're still in the process. It is quite possible because they are defamatory statements in there that never happened. I have never falsified a screenshot in my life. Never. Nothing. So her allegations that I have are just absolutely bunkus. She can't prove that because it never happened. And I'll even say that I have exculpatory evidence for saying, oh, I never believe Steve did this. It was Matt Bauer that made these screenshots. Really? Yeah, you're going to go with that. Okay. So, I mean, it's when you file a lawsuit, you need to have a case. You need to have evidence for it. And I think that because she filed this, it tells her lawyer that her lawyer has something to be concerned about. Because as soon as we have discovery, which is next, he has to ask her for evidence. What's your evidence that Steve made these false screenshots, supposedly? Oh, wait, you don't have any? Oh, okay. What's your evidence that Steve sexually harassed you? Oh, wait, you don't have any? Oh, okay. I mean, and by the way, that wasn't one of her complaints, by the way, believe it or not. She mentioned it, which opened the door for us. That's great, because I want to be able to talk about that. I want her in a court of law to say exactly what her sexual harassment claims were. I want that. I want that on record, because that's perjury. Now, will she be, held accountable for that? Probably not. Kyle perjured himself and he wasn't held accountable. But lying under oath is perjury. I don't think getting caught, it's getting caught and getting arrested is perjury. I think lying under oath, just the act itself of lying under the oath is perjury, whether you're arrested for it or not. That's how I look at it. Now, do you say, oh, they're a perjurer? Were they convicted? No. Was Kyle convicted? No. Do I think he's a perjurer? Yes. Why? Because he lied under oath. Why? Because we can show he lied under oath. All right, so a legal action that I've taken to restore my reputation and show beyond all doubt in a court of law that a YouTuber allegations against me are not just without evidence, merit, nor cause, but not even in good faith, and are in fact retaliatory in nature. I intend to prove that. That's what you do in a court of law. You prove things. And I don't mean prove like logic, and I will be making it very clear that when I'm using the word proof when it comes to any legal matters, I am not talking about a logical proof. I'm talking about evidence, right? When you prove something in a court of law, you're not making a mathematical proof. You're demonstrating beyond a reasonable doubt or beyond any doubt, or beyond reasonable doubt or preponderance of the evidence, depending on your case, right? If it's civil, it's just a preponderance of the evidence. But when it's criminal, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. I have a preponderance of the evidence, clearly. And so I do think that her countersuit is retaliatory. I can guarantee it's not in good faith. And it is without merit. And so it is going to cost more money. Rather than just her admitting that she was less than truthful in these things, she has to fight it tooth and nail. And I understand that. Wasn't too unexpected. Kyle did the same thing. Kyle fought to the bitter end, lying every step of the way. Because that's what I think people that are dishonest do. They don't admit that they lied and defamed people. Or at least go to that person or go to that attorney and say, look, how do we resolve this? Now, her lawyer did come to us. We told her lawyer how to resolve this. Have your client admit she lied. That's it. And pay off, the whatever and make me whole again. But that's it. That's all I asked for. That's all I asked for is admit you lied. Same thing that Kyle Chrisley is asking her. Admit you lied. Why else would you sue somebody for defamation? They're not telling the truth. They slandered you. They committed libel or slander, depending on if it's written or spoken. But it's still defamation, right? Defamation is either libel or slander. So we got a question here real quick, and then I'll continue. Stream Live said, made a donation, meant to leave a message. It's just better show him it's not. Okay, I appreciate that. Let me, I'll cycle through that and get to that, and I appreciate that. Stream Live. Inkboy said, did you talk to already about your GoFundMe was taken down and when it got back? If not, will you? Which I already done, yes. And it wasn't taken down. It was just hidden until certain information in there was changed. And that's when I'm reading the revised version. Matter of fact, again, I sent them this revised version and said, this is what I'd like it changed to. They did it for me and put it back up, meaning that it clearly meets their terms and service. So anybody trying to report it at this point, or even before, I think, is doing so unfairly. It won't go anywhere. But it just shows the mentality of these people that they will report things just to troll people. Just to troll people. So I believe this case, and by the way, people had reported Kyle's GoFundMe because it was fraudulent. He lied under oath. He lied about the reasons why he wanted the judgment overturned. That's fraudulent. You know? Alfreda says, if Steve was ever caught deliberately lying to us, he'd be finished. Yes, especially when it comes to money, right? I mean, people know that I'm frugal for a reason. I literally had saved up for like 2 years for this stuff. I mean, everything I had in savings, every dime I have is going into this lawsuit. Why would I do that if I didn't think I was going to win? Why would I just not call it a day? Why would I not just let Todd Chrisley do his thing? Why am I investing, all my money and every dime that I make, over the next 9 months into a lawsuit that I don't think I'm going to get something out of? I mean, people can say the non sequitur showcase. Well, that had other issues because of COVID. It got extended. And of course, you had Kyle, who was dishonest the entire way. But that's making a resolution soon. That's going to have the charging orders soon. So, but I believe this case will take approximately $30,000 to $40,000 and be quite a bit more drawn out if I have to fund it all myself, which sounds about right to me. I kind of molded it over my head. That seems to be about. And I have 9 more months to file in Minnesota court. It also gets dismissed with prejudice. I'm not going to have that. And I've gone back to work to help cover legal costs. I'm paying my own way as well. Right, so I'm not just asking for people to cover my legal costs. I'm working as well for it. I've already spent over $8,000, which I have receipts for, on my own personal funds to get this far in a written complaint and respond to her frivolous countersuit. So if I can raise $10,000 to $15,000, it'd be incredibly helpful in my legal funding, as unfortunately her countersuit against me has effectively doubled my initial predictions of cost of the case. But I do expect to not just win punitive damages, but full legal costs as well. So in other words, my attorney fees. Raising $20,000 would be beyond amazing, as I also have to pay my own expenses to fly to Minnesota if it's not virtual, which I was fine with for jurisdiction. I didn't want to fight for jurisdiction. I didn't care about jurisdiction. Statute of limitations, all that, fine for Minnesota. Didn't have an issue with that. If I had to bus to Minnesota or fly to Minnesota or whatever, I would do that on my own dime. It's fine. If I had to, but now it's a lot more expensive, and I don't know if they're doing virtual stuff. I don't know how it's going to work. If the trial is not virtual, as well as cover cost of depositions, which are going to be extremely expensive, several thousands of dollars for the depositions, which will immediately follow discovery, which are still going to be several thousands of dollars. So there's, it's probably, if I had to guess, $5,000 to $8,000 just in discovery and depositions, to be expended. And by the way, yes, I will be able to fund that independently if I have to. I have other sources which I can get loans. I have I have a great credit score, and I get personal loans and all that if I need to and stuff like that. It's just it's a hell of a lot more difficult. That's why I was like, I'll pay people back. I want to consider that a loan. If you pay me $100 or more for my GoFundMe and I get legal costs, you'll get that back. I want to consider it a loan. Because I just don't want to double up on that. If you want to support my case against this fellow YouTuber to help ensure justice is done, not just for me, but for others as well, every dollar is appreciated, and I will be having multiple thank you streams to thank donors. This is one of them as well. So, anonymous, this is... And by the way, I did find if you actually put your name there, I can go in and actually make an anonymous. I found out. Thank you, Mania, for that, actually. So, see how to do that. It says, Freda says, GoFundMe is not very well written, though. It's fine. I'm not an English major. I'm not a journalist. I don't care. I'm not. I have editors and stuff like that, but I'm not a grammar Nazi. I'm not a spelling Nazi. I try to get them as correct as possible, but I don't care, to be honest with you, how it's written. I just want my point across. It's all about the context, you know. And I do appreciate the Intrigue Feline and Cheshire editing my blogs and getting most of it down, but I'm just not interested in the nuances of grammar and not being, you know, oh, this should be this and this. It's so much wasted effort. All right, but anyways, so thank you, Anonymous, David Page, Joshua, and Travis, Anonymous, Hawkskull, Anonymous. Well, let me go back. Okay, so wait. So Anonymous was 50. David was 20. Joshua was 20. Anonymous for another 50. Anonymous for 10. Hawkskull 400, which, man, that blew me away. Thank you, Hawkskull. Anonymous 25, another anonymous for 100, another anonymous for 500. Thank you guys for both those, all those anonymouses. And by the way, I do have who they are. So I have, there's receipts. So if you know, are that 100 or 500 person, if I get legal costs awarded back to me, which I do expect, those just let me know. And like I said, I consider those alone. And then Vicky for 30. So I do want to thank everybody who has donated thus far. Oh, okay. Let me, you want give me Astronomy Live, and I'll see if I can change that to Astronomy Live. I know you don't want your real name on there. I do know your real name, but well, I know your first real name, but yeah, don't. I'll put Astronomy Live on there if I can. Okay. Yeah, grammar anarchist. That's me. Oh, I need to refresh. There's more donors. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. All right, so let's see here. Let me go over here. So Anonymous, 5 minutes ago, was I believe was Astronomy Live. Thank you, Astronomy Live. I will try to update that and put Astronomy Live on there for you. Daniel, 21 minutes ago. Thank you, Daniel. $20. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, I'm just assuming that every anonymous is Smitty. That's the best way to go. Feline, you're not a grammar Nazi. I never said you're a grammar Nazi. I said I'm not into grammar Nazis. I said I appreciate Feline and Cheshire editing and, you know, doing the regular editing type stuff, right? I mean, not to be a pendant or something like that. Right? No, I've never thought that Feline was a grammar Nazi. No. But like I said, this is not a term paper that I write. My blogs are meant to convey my thoughts, not to be used in a college level for a term paper. Now, the paper that I've submitted for my argument on against the presumption of atheism, the logical argument against the I call it the atheist semantic collapse argument. That one I actually had to check for grammar and stuff like that. That had like 150 revisions. But after 5 reviews, nobody's found any issues in it further, and these are 5 PhDs that couldn't find problems with it. So I'm good to go on that. I'm not going to edit the body of that. I just need to write my intro, which I've got an idea for. But sidetracked. I do want that eventually published. All right, so let me ask you guys, what's the best way you think that I should go about getting this GoFundMe out there more and getting eyes on this case more? Because again, I don't have an M.D. Baker in my back pocket that I can use to get the message out. Todd's Grizzly has a lot of reach. I don't have that reach, and so what would you guys recommend to me? To say, hey, look, Steve's got a solid case here. Steve wants to go to a jury. Steve wants his day in court. And this is the whole reason why I signed the NDA in the first place for the TRO that she served against me, because I was going to go to court over it. I was going to go to court and sue for the allegations she was making. That was the whole reason why. She was supposed to launch some suit against me. That never happened. And then when she finally does have a countersuit, it's about stuff that happened after the TRO. It's like, what? What? So what were you going to sue for before then? I mean, she was going to sue me when the TRO came about. What were the allegations that she was going to sue me for? Because the allegations that she has sued me for, only one of them is prior, and that's that she claims that I fraudulent, or not fraudulent, what would be the word? I forged. Well, I guess it's a forgery. If he makes fake screenshots, is that forgery? I don't know if that's considered forgery or not. Well, she's alleging that I created fake screenshots. And I'm not going to the details of what they were. You guys all remember back in December, and not to dredge all that up again, out of respect for other people. But people know that I didn't make those screenshots. People know that. I have where they came from. I know exactly where they came from, who sent them to me. Right? Do I know who Katie was talking to? No. Do I believe Katie was talking to somebody? Yes. Yes, I do. And that's my personal belief. And I am allowed to believe that. I've never wavered from that. That's why it can't be with malice or defamational, because I believe they are real. And I have where I got them from. And she's alleging that I created them. Not that I released them or anything like that, which I didn't do. Somebody else released them first, and then other people releasing them. But she's claiming that I created them, that I fabricated them. Her words, I believe it was, fabricated. We all know that's not true. Many of us know exactly where those screenshots came from. You know, how they had the story of how they got accidentally put public. It's been 2 years, people know that. So she has to, in a court of law, show something that never happened. How do you do that? How do you show something that never happened? Especially showing now that I think it can make an argument that that is defamation, because that's done with malice, that she's out, making these allegations against me because she knows it. She knows they're not true. She even said in tweets, oh, yeah, it wasn't Steve that created these things. It was Matt Bauer. It was Kim. It was Laura. It was Jesus Christ himself. I don't know. She's alleged so many people have created fake screenshots that I can't even keep track of it. But I do know that I never created any. And that's why I'm suing, because I know that never happened. There's nothing to be scared of, nothing to be intimidated by. There cannot be any evidence that exists of events that didn't happen. And so, yeah, I think that's why she's concerned. I think that's why people keep asking me, well, you know, why is she losing her mind? I don't watch her stuff. I watch Llama Girl. But this is why she doesn't want this suit going through. This is why Nate, the dishonest lawyer, even though they don't seem to get along these days, go figure, you know, two dishonest people not getting along. Shocker. But this is why I think they don't want this GoFundMe. Now, here's the fun part. Even if I didn't have this GoFundMe, I still would be funding this lawsuit. It's not going away. It's just going to be a lot longer and a lot more costly, probably, because the longer it is, the more costly it is. By having this fundraiser, I can get it going sooner and cheaper. Right? So, and plus, I'm telling you right now, I was talked into doing this fundraiser. I was literally talked into it by somebody, and they know who they are. Person I respect. They're not out there right now, but person I respect. And I considered, you know, doing it. As a matter of fact, one person was not just somebody who wanted this fundraiser, but actually kind of pushed me to get just pull that trigger when it came to filing my complaint. I didn't know how much longer to wait on it. I knew I wanted to sue, but I'm like, man, statute of limitations, all this other stuff. When's a good time to sue? And after like coming to me, they said, look, you've got a defamation lawsuit, and if you wait much longer, you're not going to have the strength of it. And they said, you know, Todd Chrisley plans to sue as well. I don't watch Todd Chrisley's show. I hear it's funny, but I know very little about the guy. I don't follow reality TV. No offense to him, but something that I just have. I mean, I watch Hell's Kitchen. That's reality TV, I guess. I watch cooking reality TV, but I hear he's a real funny guy, so that's cool. Maybe one of these days I might watch. But I'm just going to sue her regardless. It just, somebody was like, hey, you know, now's the time, and you know, a lot of people want Todd Chrisley to sue her. A lot of people think you have a strong case and want you to sue her and willing to help you out on it. And I said, okay. So that's how it all came about. So you guys can verify that if you want. I mean, if you want, just let me know, and I can give you the people that I talked to. I don't think they were going to care, but they'll tell you that's exactly what happened. But it is kind of notable that you have, you know, again, Nate the lawyer, who I tend to report to the bar at some point. It's just been so busy. You know, I once again getting involved in one of my legal matters. You know, he got involved in my legal matter on the Non Sequitur show. He gave Kyle a completely hatched job video to try to use to commit fraud in the court. Now, was that Nate's intent? I don't know. Not trying to put motive there. But what is factual is that Nate made a video, and Kyle did use that video to try to purport fraud upon the court. That's fact. Can't get around that. That's evidential. And so here's another case that Nate's involving himself with. You know what Emily D. Baker doesn't do? She doesn't involve herself in the court cases she talks about. Why? Because she apparently has ethics. And she probably recognizes that that's not a good thing to do, especially when you're, one, trying to be objective, and two, you don't want to lie to your audience. Nate's audience doesn't care whether he lies to them or not. In fact, I had people saying, oh, Nate's such a great guy. I've known Nate 6 years. He is not a great guy. He is one of the most duplicitous people and backstabbing people I've ever met in my entire life. So Nikki says, you have a very strong case, Steve, and I want you to win this. Clearly, KJ reported the GoFundMe, asshole. I have no proof that Katie reported anything. Again, I will not make false allegations. I have no evidence whatsoever that she reported anything. I didn't have any evidence till it was actually reported, until somebody admitted, yeah, I reported it. And I'm pretty sure, damn sure, that he wasn't the only one. But it backfired, because all I had to do was reword it a little bit. That's it. It's still up. And it shows that people are dishonest, and they will dishonestly go after people in real life and troll them and claim certain things are fraudulent when they weren't fraudulent. That's dishonest. So, like I said, this fundraiser, these claims that are fraudulent, okay, great. Why don't you tell me what's fraudulent about it? I don't even know who this person is. I have no idea who they are. Would they like to tell me what they think is fraudulent about this GoFundMe? Did I misword something? Did I say something that was not true in it? Is not every dollar going to go for legal fees? Yes, it is. I haven't even withdrawn anything from this case. I probably won't for months. I think you have 90 days, I think, before you have to do your first withdrawal or everything out of it. But if I've already spent $8,000 in legal fees already, and I'm expecting several $1,000s more for depositions and discovery, then all this, everything, almost one half of this lawsuit, or this fundraiser, goes to recouping just what I've already out of pocket. By the time discovery's done, it'll be well over half. If I make half of my goal, that'll just be reimbursing me. What's fraudulent about being reimbursed for legal cost? That's what GoFundMes are for. I'm already out of pocket. I've already spent the money. It's already gone. I'm just getting reimbursed for that, right? To help support me going forward, because it's still going to cost money every month to have this lawsuit. So, does anybody want to give me some ideas of what they think are fraudulent? Just throw it out there. I mean, you don't have to be, believe it, of course. But I mean, what do they possibly think is fraudulent about this? Because it's absolutely nothing is. And that's what I want, again, people to recognize. And I hope that's one of the reasons they want to donate, because they recognize that people are making these defamatory allegations, just like Katie has. This is why I'm suing her. And Manya, loved your video, by the way. I loved your video the other day. Nate is very incompetent even for graduate. He cannot even read court documents correctly. Oh, I noticed that. He got many court documents wrong in the non sequitur showcase, whether it was by deliberate or just because he doesn't understand the law as like a lawyer should. I don't know. I think his bias is so strong that his brain goes into meltdown mode when it's anything legal when it comes to me. But, let's see. Nate would not have been able to quote mine. It would have been more clear to read. I could edit for you. No, that's okay. And look, these people are going to quote mine anyways, man. Look, it doesn't matter what you do. Trolls will quote mine. Matter of fact, Manya in her video pointed out very, very poignantly that Nate had quote mined because he left off the relevant part. Nate had been saying, oh, look, Steve left a kind of loophole here that he can use the funds for whatever he wants. But he left off, the part where I said, use however I deem fit to try to get justice from Katie Joy. Big difference, right? Something that I have to justify in my mind they use the full funds for, which, by the way, again, $8,000 isn't used for anything but reimbursement. Anything but reimbursement. So what am I using it for? Do you think I'm going to go out and buy a Ferrari? Nope. Am I even going to buy a car? Nope. I don't have a car. One of the reasons I don't save a car is to save money, because I want this lawsuit to continue, and I'm going to continue this lawsuit. I walk to work. I don't even take the bus. Anything to save a dime kind of thing. I'm very frugal. The only thing I've been using money for is food, basically. And I bought my roommate dinner last night because my first work was complete. You know, my first work, I was celebrating. I'm like, look, even though I haven't got paid for work yet, it's my treat to buy dinner. So I bought my roommate dinner. So if you want to say, oh, well, Steve's using legal funds for that. No, I haven't collected on those legal funds yet, and I still have to eat. Okay, sorry, I still have to eat. But anything beyond that, I don't spend money for. I haven't gone out and seen a movie in ages. I bought a beer a couple weeks ago when I was at the bar. I bought a beer and had a nice nacho dinner. But it's food, right? Food and drink, I guess you can say. So, I have, well, it's actually more than one receipt. It's a couple of different receipts for that 8,000. There's 1, 2, 3 receipts I have that total 8,000. I'm not going to make them public, but I'll show them in private. Yeah, if somebody, for example, I've been showing stuff to T-Spiracy. If she wants to see those receipts, absolutely. I trust her. She has never ever put anything public that I didn't want public. And eventually, it'll all be public. Right? I mean, everything will be public. That's my promise to you. But these trolls don't need to see certain things. Why? I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play, oh, look, the troll said this, and I'm going to jump through hoops for them. Nope. Nope, not going to happen. But if you donate stuff like that and you want to receive the receipts, absolutely, upon request. I'll show them in private. If they happen to get out public, oh well, at that point, big deal. I didn't release them, right? But I have no problem showing people. Let's see here. Yeah, watch Manya's YouTube video is really good on Nate. But again, you know, I mean, he's just so much. There's so much on him. James Packer for $10. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you really, you know, people don't get it, man. If they really wanted to have all this private stuff, they just gotta like be nice to Cheshire for like 5 minutes. Give her a Klondike, she says. Give her some maple honey. She really likes that. Give her a bowl of Poontine, and she'll basically sell me out in a heartbeat. So, did I show? I don't even think I even show the receipts to Chesh. What I'll do is this. I'll get the receipts. I do got to block out the firm's information. They don't want, you know, to have the same thing happen to Graham, because Graham sent out all these preservation orders, and man, that didn't go well for him. So I mean, I'll have the receipts, but I'm just gonna block the personal private information out kind of stuff. But the receipts are the same, you know, as far as the dollar values of how much I've actually been out of pocket, which was if I had to take a educated guess, I would say $8,100, give or take, is what I've already spent in legal costs just for this case. $5,000 on other case. So that's it's $13,000 I've spent on legal fees since I've been on YouTube. $13,000 I've spent on legal fees. That's not including the TRO money, because that TRO money I had to GoFundMe for. So I'm not even including the TRO. A lot of that was helped out by Manya. That helped me out on that. But I'm not even including the TRO, the $2,500 for that retainer. That's not even included in my $1,300 because I wasn't out of pocket on that. But if you included that, that's $15,000 that has gone to lawyers since I've been on YouTube. And how much did I make from Non Sequitur Show for a year and a half of work? 0. So I must be doing something really smart to be grifting or making money if I'm out of pocket $13,000, lost $30,000 for a year's worth of work, saved up to every dime I had through Patreon and through AdSense. Every dime came from just those sources, and gone back to work to pay for a legal case. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, guys. That makes a lot of sense there, Nate, that you know, I'm some kind of grifter when I am out $30,000 plus an additional, I'm just going to round it to 15, so $45,000 really, give or take. You know, that's just brilliant. I love the trolls' reasoning on that, right? You know, if I wanted to grift to make money, you know what I would have done? I would have sucked up to people like Nate. I would have sucked up to people like Unirock. But I didn't, because they're shitty people and they're dishonest, and I'm not going to do that. I'd rather not have money and at least hold my head high than those guys that will sell out their grandma for vape juice. So, yeah, I mean, look, again, I understand that if I wrote things differently, they won't quote mine as much, but I can only do so much. Let them quote mine. You see how well it worked for them? Nate quote mined, and what happened? Manya jumped on that and pointed out that he quote mined and made it look really stupid for him. Nate's catering to his own audience. His audience aren't going to give a crap anyways. They're not interested in the truth, right? So no harm, no foul to that, because none of them are going to be the ones that are donating. None of them are the ones who are going to be watching my YouTube videos. Not his audience. So he's lying to his audience. Who cares? It at least allows my audience and allows for Manya and other people to go, hey, look, this is what Nate does. That's why they call him Captain Clippy. Captain Clippy, because he clips videos. Quote mines. He takes things out of context willfully. Allow him to keep doing that. That's, in the long run, I hope I can keep pointing out, and people will recognize that. And this is one of the reasons why I'm having a defamation lawsuit, is because I can prove that people have been lying about me. And it all rolls downhill after that. I mean, I did with Kyle in the Non Sequitur Showcase. I've never lost a lawsuit, and I don't ever intend to. So I've proven beyond any reasonable doubt that Kyle has lied under oath. And I'm going to prove that Katie has lied about me, and hopefully prove that she lied on her oath if she does decide to lie on her oath. Because I don't know what other options she has, to be honest with you. What options should she have? If she does depositions, she has to tell the truth. And my lawyer's not going to let her play little word games like, oh, they were in the same room together. No. As soon as you get asked the question, did Mr. McRae text you? No. Did Mr. McRae ever call you? No. Did Mr. McRae ever send you an email? No. Any other answer than that is a lie. That requires evidence. Right? I mean, she had actually said that I sent her an email threatening her to make an apology video. Really? I'd love to have that email. But that never happened. It never happened. So, when you sue somebody, you really need to bring that evidence. All right. Triggertist says, all of Steve's detractors, Steve is grifting and fundraising. All of Steve's detractors. Hey, Steve living in a closet. Yeah, Triggertist. It's really kind of weird juxtaposition, right? I mean, they said I was living in a closet, which was actually a small room, which was true. It was very low rent because I was saving. And 2 years ago, I didn't have a dime to my name, pretty much. My bank account read like, I don't know, $50 or something. It was low. It was. I mean, I was making $400 that year. 2 or 3 years back, I have nothing in my accounts. I literally was broke, but I saved up every dime that I was getting, thanks to you all. Everything that's Patreon, everything that's member, everything that's AdSense, every revenue went to my savings account. And then I had a checking that I have for, personal stuff. And there's travel. Yeah, I did travel a little bit, but again, for the most part, when I'm home, I'm very, very, very frugal. So they say that I'm grifting and all this other stuff. Yet, where's that money going then? Because I don't know. I don't know why. What's the grift? So it is kind of odd, right? But I did save up not a substantial large amount of money, but I saved up enough to initiate legal proceedings and follow them through within a year or so. But her countersuit had made it a little bit longer than that. So I still can initiate, and I still can follow through with my lawsuit, and I have 9 months to file, and I don't see it waiting that long. I don't know why we would, but we'll see. But either way, it all will be made public in due time. And Tree Feline says, and before she demands you show you never sent those emails, that'd be fallacious. How can something be positively shown that never happened? Yeah, oh yeah, no, the burden of proof's on her, clearly. Yeah, I've already went through all my emails. I have her email mentioned once, but her email was mentioned once in a conversation, but it was never used. So, yeah, I've never sent her any emails. I said I was going to once. I did tell her that I was going to send an email, and it was on a subject that I was thinking about for Non Sequitur show, but that never came to fruition. But Treat Feline, you have read, I believe, the case, the countersuit, and the counter to that countersuit. Have you not? Have you read all three things in Tree Feline? They really don't remember. But anyways, while we're doing this, again, what are your guys' suggestions? How do I promote this, guys? Help me out, because I am the world's worst self-promoter in the history. In the history of promotions, I cannot self-promote. What do you guys recommend to me? Do you guys want a link? You want to come in and maybe discuss? Let me get a meeting here, and I'll just put it out there. It's not going to be shown, so anybody can come in. I don't care. But let me. All right. So I'm going to pin. I'll pin the meet because the fundraiser is actually in the video description, so you can get it from there if you want it. But the meet's up there if you want to come in. Yeah, I'll go on Drunken Presence to promote it probably eventually. Drunken Presence has been kind of not streaming as much as they used to, I guess. I think they had a problem with YouTube. They were on their alt, but as soon as they have the ability to, then yeah, I will be doing that. And our first caller, or close to it. Do we have a goblin?
Hello?
Whoa, my God, you're loud. Okay. Loud and echo. But let me make sure they can hear you. I'm going to turn you on there. Okay, are you on?
Hello?
Hi. You have a lot of gain.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'll turn it down.
Yeah, it's like 10 dB gain right there. All right, so what are your suggestions? How do I promote this?
Maybe put the link in your chat for starters.
Well, it's in the video description.
I mean, if you're gonna just shit on people's suggestions as soon as they tell them to you, even though it's a good idea.
Well, here's the thing: do I put the meat or do I put the GoFundMe? Which do you recommend?
What do you want to promote more?
Well, the GoFundMe, I guess. I'll do it. Okay, so I'll pin the GoFundMe, and there's some people that donated, so I will thank them in a second here.
There you go. Yes, you should make the link as easily available and like plastered all over the place as possible. You want it to be as convenient as it possibly can be.
Convenient as it possibly can be. So just take it and shove it down your throats.
Yes, exactly.
All right, 1 second here.
You got it.
All right, so I'm going to put the link to the GoFundMe, I guess. Pin.
There you go.
Replace pin. And then the meets I'll just post every so often. So,
yeah, there you go.
All right. And so there's been some more, it looks like, here, I think. 1 sec.
See if you can find anything on Twitter or like whether they're groups or like, and what they do is like shout out stuff like that. So if GoFundMe has a Twitter, use that.
Think that would? Think that would?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Damn it! The way you get like notoriety and get something noticed is to spam it all over the place. If you wanted to have a little bit of fun, make yourself like a little trailer about like what's gone on, and make yourself like a little like what's like a movie trailer video.
Movie trailer. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should make a video. I could actually make it. I could maybe do that.
I know you could, and you would have fun doing it.
Yeah, that actually might be able to do. Yes.
See, and you've got like mods that will help you, so don't worry about it.
All right. Thank you, Astronomy Live there. And I'm gonna see if I can fix that. Make it you know what? I think you have to make it unprivate. It doesn't give me an option to do that. Astronomy Live. Go back in and make it non-anonymous. Because Astronomy Live donated 50, but he accidentally made it private. So I think he has to fix that because it won't give me the option to do that.
And then like get anybody that you're friends with to shout out that this is a GoFundMe that's happening and why.
I have Amanya. That's my only friend.
If you wanted things to be like to get more traction, it needs to be a little bit dramatic. So like, you know how you're not playing all your cards? Dun. Right, you're not playing all your cards right away, right? You wanna like slow burn.
I love my slow burns.
Getting people excited to see what's going to happen and like you don't want to be like too hyperbolic. You don't want to have to necessarily say something along the lines of like, oh my god, I'm going to war with Katie Joy Paulson, but like something along those lines to be like, yeah, no, I'm done with this. This is like, yeah, put some emotion into it, dude. Get people invested.
Go team.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you had been saying that, but when people would ask me, hey, did you think we reported? I was not going to go about going, oh, yeah, it was reported, but I didn't have evidence it was reported. I didn't want to play that, Now I can actually say, yeah, it's been reported. So, if you guys want a little bit of, excitement, go out there and show these people to be the dishonest cucks that they are. Show that, hey, look.
Call them cucks.
Yeah, they're clearly trolling. I mean, this is not even a matter of them going, oh, look, Steve has an actual, fraudulent GoFundMe. It is, oh, Steve is just doing a GoFundMe. Let's go call it, fraudulent, even though they can clearly show it's not, because it isn't. That's why my life said.
Well, whatever.
It. Thank you. All right, so I got to be more excited. Is what you're saying?
Give it. You need some hype. That's what you need. You need
I don't have a hype machine.
Yeah, hype man.
But that's what I have other people for. That's not me.
That's what I'm saying. You need a hype man.
Oh, I need. I think you mean like I need to be a hype man. No, okay. So you need. I need a hype man. Who wants to be my? Oh, can I make Jessie my hype man? She wants to be that, I guess.
Okay, that's fine.
Jessie, because she is a little hyper.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You need a DJ Khaled. Another one. It's a lawsuit and another one. And memes. Make memes. Spread the word via memes.
Yeah, I'm hoping some YouTubers pick it up. I know one or two, of course, want to, but I think that they're waiting until it actually gets filed in the state. But I don't know how to really make the bigger YouTubers take notice of this, because again, I don't have the Emily Baker machine working for me, and I haven't released the complaint publicly yet. Now, my lawyer's given permission. That's going to help, but I have to ask them first, which I will do on Monday.
You gotta hype it up, dude. You want it, you gotta hype it up. And it's one of those, make a syndicate video.
Yeah. Syndicate video. Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll make a really over the top hyperbolic video.
To take on we're taking on big YouTuber Katie Joy Paulson in the court of law.
Why don't I just, okay, one thing I do know how to do is utilize, people's strengths. So why don't I just beg Tau City Alpha to make me a 30-second video, or
oh my god, yes,
or Chanel, what was it, Pi Chanel channel?
Yes,
he's brilliant too. So they listen to my stuff. So if Tau City or Pi Chanel, and I always mispronounce that. I think that's right how he pronounces it, like Chanel number 5. If they want to make a 30-second promo for my fundraiser, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
or even Mocking Media.
Yes, exactly. Get a couple.
Yeah, and I know Peter can do memes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so you want to make if I'm not misunderstanding you, you seem to be wanting to do an actual marketing campaign for this.
Yeah, if you want people to get invested, you need to make it interesting. And the way you make it interesting is make it actually as dramatic as it is, because it is dramatic.
Do I have to sell nudes of myself?
After the fall of the non sequitur show. Blah, 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 blah.
Can I just sign OnlyFans and give people free memberships if they donate to the fundraiser?
That's not a free membership, but yeah, I guess.
Well, it's not free. Well, it depends how you look at it.
Right?
It's a free membership, but they're donating to the other things. Yes, but.
Oh, getting a hashtag going? Polybird's right, absolutely. For 10 said, try to get a hashtag trending, hashtag suing without a crystal ball or something.
Oh,
have something
that's good
probably
too.
Searching for it anyway. Yes, brilliant. Yeah.
Who thought of that? Whose idea was that?
Polybird, their $10 back.
Oh, Polybird. Oh, I love her. Yeah, Polybird has been a huge. Yeah, so Polybird, 10 Canadian. Try to get a hashtag trending, hashtag suing WOACB or something. Have something in it that people are probably searching for anyways. That is awesome. I love that idea.
The thing is this story has a very clear-cut, bad guy. And so if you can get, sort of tell it like it's a story, that will...
Yeah, no, I could do that. And Trade Feline did actually point out something in her counterfiling that I didn't spot. I don't think my lawyer spotted either. I don't know, but it was odd. I don't know if I should say it or not in Trade Feline. I don't know if it matters or not. This is okay. I don't think it really matters, so I'll just say this. For some strange reason, in the countersuit, I'm listed as a Minnesota respondent that as a individual living in Minnesota. I think they meant California. Clearly.
Yeah, the typo.
But it's weird.
Not typos.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't catch it though. I mean, wait, I've never been to Minnesota.
Al just sent me a message because I'm going live later today. Remember we talked about I was gonna do a little bit of a retrospective watching old episodes of Non-Sequitur. So I couldn't find episode 1 of Ad Homies, so I found episode 2 of Ad Homies. So I'm just gonna watch that tonight. Okay. And Al sent me a message saying, "Are you trying to make Kyle delete more stuff?"
I think
somebody deleted Tapecraft.
I think Chesh is. I think Jesse is streaming at 6:02. No, wait, no, at 8 her time. I think. Yeah, that's right. 8
oh, okay. Then, yeah, it'll be a couple
so
hours.
So it won't overlap. Yeah. But thank you, Polybird. I like that idea. So what do you like for the hashtag? Do you think suing WOACB is too long, or do you think that's a good hashtag? I don't want to have to think about it.
I think that's a good hashtag.
Yeah,
because then there's like other people that can latch onto that hashtag too, right? Because we're not the only one that's happening with. So you could also do like lawsuit or
No, and by the way, Monty, it doesn't matter that it's not a matter of filing stuff. It's just you don't have to file again because you just we would just point out somewhere down the line that was be incorrect. That's all that is. It's just she still filed jurisdictionally correct, so it's nothing to contest. It's just a mistake in the paperwork. It just was really weird because I didn't catch it, like I said. So I like that, suing without a crystal ball. And then, so any update, any blog, anything like that we'll have that hashtag. EMP for £5 says, make a QR code for the GoFundMe. Like, oh, now you're just getting crazy, dude. Get it on a Teespring shirt and wear it and get people to scan it. Don't know, just an idea. That's actually a really good idea. But I think
it's a really good idea, but maybe not for this thing.
Right. That would be more for the Non-Sequitur show. Do that.
It's certainly a good idea, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a great idea. I don't know if it would work. Can you scan a T-shirt? I don't see why not.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
QR codes can be pretty much on anything, as long as they're like not wrinkled and like as long as it's readable, it's fine.
Yeah. All right. So I will make a note of that particular hashtag.
Yeah, have you told the drunken peasants yet?
I've been telling Ben every so often. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's something that they might get a kick out of. If you see any anybody who's like, because there's like people on YouTube that do all kinds of stuff. So if you see somebody on YouTube that like covers or is interested or likes to follow this kind of craziness, then I would just be like, hey, this is going on.
Yeah, no, not. I like that hashtag. I'm thinking about it. So soon. Yeah, why not? Thank you, Polybird. And let's see what else. I don't know. I don't know what else to go over really.
I don't know. Let me know as soon as I can make it. I can do a stream about looking at the paperwork.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, like I said, I'll reach out on Monday to my attorney.
Give it to me now.
I say, look, can I? You know, I'll make a note to them. I say, look, I even said at the very beginning, I want everything public, but I understand there's some strats to this. But
timing matters. Timing.
Yeah, since we obviously are going to be filing in court, in state court, right? We're going through with this. We're not spending all this money for depositions and discovery and everything else not to follow through with this all the way. We're going all the way. I could give you my word on that. I will do whatever it takes to go all the way. With this court case, all the way to a jury trial or to binding arbitration or whatever it ends up. But I'm not letting it go. I've already invested too much in it, right? Which is fine. I recognize I was going to invest my entire life savings in this. That's how strong my case is. Oh, I believe it is. But nothing's a slam dunk. This is what Nate knows as being a lawyer. No lawyer would ever say, "Oh, look, you've got a slam dunk case and it has to be, you got an insta win. It's a sure thing." No lawyer talks like that because anything can happen in a court case.
That's not how. Yeah, you're like a lawyer might talk like that casually, but they would never speak like that with their client.
Right. Exactly. And
that would make no sense because then that's how you would get sued as a lawyer.
Right.
For misleading your client if you lost.
Right.
So.
But do I think I have a very strong case? Yes, absolutely. Why would I not think I have a strong case when I'm the one suing?
Oh, well, of course, and it's your belief, right?
Yes.
Like, and it's like, why would you sue if you didn't think you were going to win?
And I have to convince the jury of that, which I fully intend to do.
Yeah, with the amount that you're spending on it, also.
Yes.
But
yes.
I don't know. I'll also do like streams about that this is happening a couple times. Talk about it on like a rum and coke night.
Yeah, no. Every stream that I'm gonna do, I'm going to at least.
You're gonna have to shout it out every time,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, definitely shout it at the beginning and the end, and like somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
Every time. But if you have videos that you can play, just be like, we're taking an ad break.
My next stream is going to be, hopefully, I think on, you're going to love this. I'm doing a stream on crystals. Like actual crystals, like quartz and gemstones and things of that nature. And whether they have healing properties and whether they soothe you.
Yeah, I think it would be good to like do streams that are like vaguely or tertiarily related in like some way, shape, or form to what's going on, so that way you can talk about it easier.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do. I still do multiple streams. I still got philosophy streams, science streams, and then interviews. I do all those things. It just I have to schedule around my work schedule, but that's. I have somebody coming on to talk about crystals. I have two people coming on to talk about crystals. Actually,
are you streaming on Monday, by the way?
Oh yeah, Monday. I had an idea for Monday. What was it? Shoot.
We're gonna look at comments.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Or was there something else I was gonna run by you too, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, that I don't know because you didn't run it.
I didn't know. Yeah. What? Hey, look, man. You had one job, and that was to be psychic, and you failed at that.
Psychic and read your mind from a bajillion miles. Oh wait, no, you're in my house right now. Never mind. I'm on the Alps.
That's right. Yes, I'm in Canada right now.
Eating.
Yes. That who's a good boy? Yeah.
What?
Puppies.
Puck.
I got Puck here, clearly. Very short stream. Do crystals soothe you? Fuck no, end of stream. I think there's a whole look. I don't believe in crystals, like anything like that. I think they're cool. I think they're fascinating, but I think there's a psychological thing that goes behind that, and I want to talk about that. And things of that nature. So I wanted to I'll be like the devil's advocate per se, maybe, but no, I don't believe crystals do any of that, but other people do, and I want to talk about it, right? Just because they have the piezoelectric effect on certain crystals doesn't mean they have any kind of magical power. It's just a matter of crystal, structure and how electricity works, right? And how pressure relates to it.
Have you added this GoFundMe to your bio on Twitter?
To my what?
To your bio.
No.
You should add it to your Twitter bio with that hashtag.
I have my YouTube channel on there, but you think I should do the bio as well? I'm kind of out of room on it, but I'll see what I can do.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Look at your Twitter. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, so take the YouTube out. You can leave your community your Great Debate community, or switch that one to YouTube, whatever. I think you can have more than one link though now, can't you?
Well, let's see. GoFundMe. Nope.
Whatever. Just take out all of this stuff. Everything that's in there, take out, and just say something about the law, like the lawsuit.
I'll see real quick.
Suggested and the link.
Let me see how many characters this is.
There should be like a shareable link that's like way less long than just the URL.
Yeah, well, the website. I can put it on the website, I think.
Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, wait a minute. I think there's a way I could do this. Let me start over again. So edit profile. Where does that website come up? I mean, it shows website, but I don't see it in my profile. Oh, it does. Okay, so edit profile, website.
And say like, join me in the fight against without a crystal ball.
Oh, I have it in there.
Something like that. Whatever.
I get rid of this, and then.
Right.
See link for GoFundMe.
Yeah, I'm gonna see where I am.
Okay, you got it.
What is, am I playing a video? Or is that you?
The rugs.
Can you hear my computer?
Yeah.
Audio? What the fuck? I just had a Twitter video. Critical Role started this Thursday, so I'm like all over it. You shouldn't be able to hear my computer audio.
Well,
That's
I do.
weird.
I look at my Twitter now. Is that better? I say, see link below for GoFundMe for a lawsuit, and there's a GoFundMe in there. See, Cheshire has some pretty good ideas. 62 IQ, but she comes up with some winners every so often.
That's still not the way I would do it, but whatever.
It works, though.
It's something. It's better. See, Steve and I don't agree on everything all of the time.
We don't agree on anything. Yeah. Who are you again?
I don't know. I don't know who I am. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just keep you around because I'm too scared not to. She's a goblins. Goblins are unpredictable. They're mercurial. Oh, I just noticed you're showing shoulder today. The outside can't see it, but
nobody knows.
That's the thing with Cheshire. Cheshire loves her shoulder.
Nobody knows.
Let's see here. All right. But at least it's better, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Anybody else that I need to thank before I end this? Because like I said, I will be thanking people every stream if I can, or most streams.
Thanks,
Oh,
everybody.
my roomie just donated. Why'd you do that? You don't thank you, but she didn't have to do that. Now I gotta like buy her more stuff.
Don't forget to like and share, and if you don't want to donate to GoFundMe, you can send through PayPal.
Yeah, and Jay had suggested PayPal, but the thing is, I wanted full transparency, right?
Yeah, GoFundMe is better to do this with the amount of nonsense that's gone on this.
Right, and I want it to be transparent as possible. So when they do pull this, oh look, it's fraudulent shit, it comes back and bites them in the ass,
Oh yeah. Gotcha. Wait.
It's okay. And when I win this lawsuit, because like I said, I fully expect to win. It's gonna be pretty substantial, because of punitive damages, I think. But even still, whatever I win out of that, I'll pay back the $100 or more from the legal thing when I get legal stuff, and then people that have support, I'm gonna find a way to go, like maybe visit them or have a really, really nice dinner at least.
You should make like a little thank you video also.
Oh, of course. I will do
That's
that.
like actually just a video, not a live stream. Just a video. Everybody share and stuff. Help Steve in the fight against Katie Joy's defamation. And maybe it'll stop her from doing this kind of nonsense in the future if there's actually consequences to her actions.
Yeah, and Treat Feline had asked me about something. Yes, absolutely. Look, if you've seen my filings, you can say that you've seen them. Absolutely, give your opinion on them by all means. And I know a lot of people have seen them, so Okay, and then I have some other people message me that are offering to help, and I will get with them afterwards. So thank you.
There you
to
go.
help spread the message.
Help spread the message. Make memes. Make banners. Make gifts.
We'll get a
with
campaign
faces.
doing.
Steve, talk to Dottie. Maybe Dottie will make you a cool gift with your face on it, and a gift with KHJ's face on it with some textures. Be cool.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get a whole promotional thing going. I'm okay with that. But again, this is why certain people that are professional promoters know what they're doing. I'm not one of them, so I will be
I hope
lying.
you're not referring to me because I'm just sitting in here being spitballing.
No, you're not a professional promoter. You're better than I am at it. But I mean, it's just I need somebody who really knows how to promote. Yeah.
Hire a professional.
Yeah, I mean, people can donate to PayPal too. I've had a couple people, and I thank them on PayPal as well. It's not as easily for me to show, hey, look, it goes to the fundraiser, blah blah blah. But whatever works. I want to make it easy for people, but I also want to make sure that when you have the Nates of the world going around, and you have this idiot that falsely reported my GoFundMe for no reason,
I mean,
it backfires on them.
Nate is helping you more than anything else, and it's better to if he's gonna give you an excuse to talk about your GoFundMe more, take it.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm gonna do. But look,
if you want to talk about every single stupid meme he puts out, and then just laugh at it, but just keep it light.
I'm gonna put memes I'm not good at memes, but something along the lines of, hey, you know what? Pissing off Nate is just a good enough reason to donate. There you go.
I mean, yeah, fair.
Don't piss off Nate. Donate.
I mean, that's their whole shtick, right? They're like, hey, listen, I hate Steve, so support me. And so you can just put yourself in a position of like, oh, hey, I'm fighting against these people. Support me because fuck those people.
There you go.
Spite
donate.
Spite is a powerful motivator, I assure you.
Yeah, but that's a good catch lane. Donate. Yeah, you're doing Nate. I don't know what you're doing to him, but yeah, I will work on that. It requires work. Don't. Yeah.
Give that to
how
the
about donate? How about donate as in dough as like money?
Donate. Hashtag donate. Steve's so
I'm the only one that finds my own
right
shit funny. Whatever.
He's so proud of himself right now.
Well, they have like all these gates, like Pizzagate and Watergate, and it'd be like Doughgate. I don't know.
Donate to fight against Nategate.
Donate to fight against Nategate. Yeah. Well, like I said, if you just want to donate to piss off the trolls, I'm okay with that. Why wouldn't I be? I like to say, it's, they want justice, but yeah, I mean
people. Well, the thing is like a lot of the things against these people is justice.
Yeah.
So
it all is. It's not,
yeah, it's one of those things where you have to be very careful when you're creating a hype machine that you don't create something caustic. Mm-hmm. The point is if you wanna like win and win in a way that isn't just going to destroy you at the same time, you need to play by the rules. And playing by the rules basically means that A, it's going to take longer, but also B, you do not accidentally create a giant shit show. Because supporting somebody doesn't mean attacking the other person. You're not saying, hey, go attack Nate. You're saying, hey, piss Nate off by sending me money so I can fuck over KJ and him.
Yeah, and I don't think I want to start a fundraiser on PayPal. I don't know. But T says, just joining. Sorry if this is out of left field, but I watched an analysis on the Todd Chrisley lawsuit against KJ. It doesn't look like he has much to stand on, unfortunately. Best of luck to you. Well, it depends on how you look at it. See, look, for defamation per se, you don't have to prove damages. You only have to show that the defamation was, in fact, defamatory based upon the type of defamation it was. And in the Todd Chrisley case, it's really about one thing. And it comes down to, did Katie pull the story out of her ass, or did she get it from Lindsay or Stagehand, as she has claimed? Now,
for Todd.
Yeah, Todd had said that he already deposed his daughter, that he believes her, that she has never sent anything about this stuff to Katie. And he doesn't believe that. I would suspect he doesn't believe that there's a stagehand that has done this. I don't know. I don't watch the show, so I have no idea. But I don't think that he would sue if he thought there was a speck of chance that there was anybody that ever gave her anything on this. And so
I think that, the thing is like this lawsuit, in my opinion, hinges on one very, very important thing. But I also don't think that this is all that he has. I think he's going to slow roll it.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Going to have more and more added to it as time goes on, because it's the exact same thing he did when he first started talking about her.
I think you're exactly right.
How to create a hype machine, and the way you create a hype machine is just like a little bit, then a little bit more, and then oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, what's going to come out next?
Yep, I completely agree. And he says it looks like she was just reporting what the daughter said on Dr. Phil show. That is incorrect. She was reporting on this before the Dr. Phil show came out.
Correct.
Yeah, so we know that wasn't the truth. She was reporting on this before the Dr. Phil show even aired.
Yep.
So.
Correct.
But so what it boils down is this. She says that she's trying to not give up a source, right? Which I don't believe for a second. I think if she had a source, she'd give it up in a heartbeat. If it saved her, any kind of money or reputation or anything, she'd throw anybody on the bus, in my opinion. So if she had a source, I think that she would give it up. So it comes down to this. Either she, in the court things, say, yes, this was my source, and gives it to the lawyers. It doesn't be made public per se, but gives it to the lawyers. Or she doesn't, in which case she loses. Because she has to demonstrate that it wasn't with malice.
Right, it's hinging on that one thing. And the way it works is that he's coming forward with the claim, and then she's going to have to be able to show that she had a source.
Right.
And that's how it's going to go. So the question is will KJ be able to show it, and will she be able to show it in a way that is believable?
Exactly right.
And that's assuming nothing else gets added, which I'm kind of expecting there's going to be. Todd Chrisley doesn't seem like the kind of guy who's like, okay, so like Steve lays all his cards pretty much on the table. He's like, listen, I have
95%.
There's like 95% of his cards.
The other 5 eventually gets out, but I've got to do it in stages.
Right, but not everybody is like that. So if I were Steve and I wanted to like create a hype train around this, I would have been like, yeah, no, suing KJ, yeah, no, I will show you the information when I can, and then do a video showing your case after she got, like, I would have already, if I were you, I would have already done a video about like, here's my thing, and then as soon as I got something filed back to me and my lawyer said it was okay, I'd be putting out a thumbnail with like, oh my God, she's countersuing me. And like, just like hype fucking like bait bullshit all the way to town. Like, even if you're not freaked out about it, you gotta like. She said,
I don't know. I'm not good at that stuff. She
have some energy.
She did say that she was going to. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. What, pray tell, could you possibly countersue about? And then when
exactly. So when she said that, go live and be like, "Oh my God, she's threatening to countersue me! Holy shit!"
And that's why when I read the countersue, I was like, really? I was like, this is the best you got. This never happened. This one I have exculpatory evidence for, and this I have exculpatory evidence for. Good game. Thank you very much for playing.
Steve does not. Steve just plays it all on the table, so everybody knows that everything that already happened. So there's nothing to get excited about.
Well, that 5% that I have in is pretty damning, though, to her, because I haven't made that public yet. There's been people seeing it, but she doesn't even know what my evidence is. She doesn't know. Her lawyer doesn't know yet. Well, actually, no. I don't know. Do you think her lawyer knows?
You gotta make people tremble with anticipation.
With fear. Fear me.
Anticipation, you dumbass.
Coming to a theater to you in 2020. God. Steve McRae versus Katie Joy Paulson. Fear me.
This is so much closer. This is so much closer to the kind of conversation we have when it's just the two of us.
Yeah, right. Seriously, I don't even. People are paying attention. I'm basically just talking to Tashash like I normally talk. This is just hanging out. It really is. So you get a little insight there. Yeah, people think we sit there and we make all these weird machinations and stuff like that. It's like, fuck no. Most of it's just laughing and going, what the fuck? It's
me sitting, it's me laying out, trying to figure out the layout to Katie Joy's current house so I can redesign it for when she loses it in lawsuits and we can film the non-sequitur show from.
Can we get a sound studio in there?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm hoping she has business insurance. At least that way I get the money out of the business insurance if she has that. But whatever. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either. Yeah. There's a thing with business insurance that essentially is that they'll cover you for some stuff, but I don't think defamation is covered because you did that shit to yourself.
I'm not quite sure. I've heard different things. And I haven't ever asked my lawyers about that at all. But I mean, maybe people know on that. I do not know how business insurance works. All I know is that she's going to have to make the decision, either lie under oath or produce evidence that I know she doesn't have.
We should take the opportunity to learn, so that way when we're doing non sequitur, we can make it.
Well, and here's the thing, though. I understand the reason why she doesn't want to admit she lied, because it would be detrimental to her, although she would recover because she, I don't know, her stands don't seem to care. So I think that she would, admit that she lied if she thought she can get away with it and go, oh, yes, I lied, but I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I have a redemption arc, and it's forgotten about it, right? And then I at least get what I wanted, that she admits she lied. I don't know why she doesn't do that. She could, but she hasn't. But I kind of understand why she kind of doesn't. But here's the thing, Chesh. It has been out.
If you don't want Katie to get away with doing something like that, go donate to the GoFundMe.
Yes. But here's some interesting point. It has been out there now that, and Todd Chrisley had tweeted something that was very interesting. Apparently, yes, they are trying to take not trolls, but they're trying to take down her channel for TOS violations. Right?
I was talking to Todd Chrisley. People or guests are in talks with YouTube Legal.
Right. So his people or lawyers or wherever, they're trying to take down Katie Joy's channel legally through TOS. Now, if she loses her channel, then what happens to these lawsuits? Because they're not playing around. They're going full balls, I understand, to try to take away her ability to say mistruths about people.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if that happens?
I know, but if you want to find out, donate to the GoFundMe.
But I mean, seriously, what would be her point at that point? Not to just come out and say yes, I lied, and move on, because she has nothing there to salvage at that point. I mean, she could reinvent herself, sure, but I mean, Todd's goal is to get her to admit she was not telling the truth. My goal is to get her to admit she wasn't telling the truth. That's legal action. That's why you're suing people. You know,
kicking and screaming. Yeah. Drag the whole way. It's because
it's not. My link is not. My link is not clickable. It should be. But, yeah. I'll repin it.
Oh yeah, it's not clickable. That's
yeah,
weird.
all right. Try that one. Now it should. The pinned link should be clickable now. I mean, I just took the one that Paul gave me. So.
Okay, yeah, it works.
All right, but like I said, every stream I'm going to kind of remind people of the fundraiser. If they could chip in, $5, $10, even a show or something like that, and I could just get over a period of 9 months, $5,000 to $10,000. It'll be really helpful. So it's not like it's going to be all at once. I don't expect that, and nor do I expect even to make half of what I'm asking for. But if I can
you get 1,000 people that donate $5 over the course of 9 months.
Right.
Looking pretty good.
Right. Yeah. Or 500 people, 10 donate, but again, it's more. How do I get that out there, right? How do I get the information out there for people to?
It's one of those things where, like, if you want to see, Steve is smaller than she is, and if you want KJ to have consequences to her actions, this is the only legitimate way to do it. And it's not something that Steve can just do by himself. He needs your help to do it. So if you want KJ to see consequences to her actions, we need to work together, and this is the way we can do it. And even if you can only contribute a little bit, it's everything would.
Yeah, even if you can't contribute, share it. Get it all out there. Everybody who's watching this video, everybody, mods. I don't ask my mods for a lot. They have a pretty easy job, which is not even a job. It's just I mostly I give my mods blue wrenches for a couple different reasons. One, they don't get any timeout, obviously. For accidental, they don't have to care about the slow mode. It shows I trust them, and they've been around for a long time. So, my mods very rarely have to time anybody out or delete anybody any these days. Those trolls are long since blocked, and unless they make a whole bunch of new accounts and come around every so often, they don't do much. So I'm going to ask all my mods, every one of them, to try to get this information out there. If not just the fundraiser, but my blogs as well. The truth.
If you've got a YouTube channel and you've got a community tab, post the link to Steve's GoFundMe in your community tab.
Community tab on your YouTube channel and on your Twitter. Yeah.
Yay.
So any or all of the above, I would appreciate if my mods would do that. And if you're not a mod, just a subscriber, you as well. And I will be noticing who has helped me out. Okay, I notice these things. But I also want to play into people's strengths. Like, Peter is really good at memes, right? So Peter's a meme. Well, Peter's a meme king. Justin, his strength is, web stuff. Paul's stuff is web stuff. EMP's strength is videos. Well, I know people's strengths and weaknesses. Peter's weakness is he's Australian. I'm kidding. Doxing. Yeah, head out. I'm gonna end this. Somebody's suggestion was let's try to get 1,500 by the time we end. I don't want to do that because
we're too close to the edge of this. Actually, it might be a good idea for you to do a long donation stream.
Yeah, I might. I mean, look, if I have enough eyes on this, if I get 1,000 people watching, I could do an 8-hour stream fundraiser or something like that. I don't mind. I've done 24-hour and I've done long streams, but they take a lot out of you, so I'd have to prepare for that. But if somebody was interested in that.
Prepare something like that and then hype up that you're going to have a big fundraising stream that's going to last as long as you can. See how long you can go and watch Steve lose his mind.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I need people to get people to get eyes on this. So help scare, I haven't had a subscriber to this channel in ages, I don't think. So if you can get some new subscriptions out there, that'd be great. But I'm not always about the, oh, hey, sub to me. All these other content creators think that their self-worth is tied directly to their sub count, and mine's not. I never thought I was going to break 4,000 subs at one time. I was like, when I hit 4,000, because I remember
I'm almost at 3.
Yeah, but I remember it was difficult back in the day, man. You hit 1,000, you're like, this is a lot of subs. It's still a lot of subs. Anybody who's 1,000 subs, they don't remember how hard it used to get just to get 1,000 subs. It was a milestone. So, and nothing's wrong with Australia. I actually happen to love Australia.
I'm almost at 3.
I'm a big fan of Australia. Just the only thing I dislike about Australia is that everything's trying to kill you down there, and I'm not a big fan of that. You know, but the people are amazing. Yeah, so I really do like Australians. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I may or may not stream tomorrow. I have something kind of like I kind of want to talk about, but I haven't sussed it out fully yet. And then, like I said, I got a crystal thing that I'm working on this week, and I'm trying to get some younger creationists on as well, because that's been coming around, and kind of missed that topic. So I kind of want to get with Dapper Dino and some other people, and get back a little bit into younger creationism. I just had Peter Riley on to talk about Ken Hovind, so if you haven't watched that video, go check it out. And give me a call if you need anything. Mostly email. I'm still responding to DMs for people that I know. On Twitter, but if I don't know you or something like that, it'd be best to try to email me probably. So let's see here. Hi Wookiee lover. I have to leave for the day, but hey, you gotta do yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave comments. I will always respond to comments if I can. And calling it a day. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.